Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As I mentioned that we will have with us Honorable Leader of the Official Opposition of Canada, Pierre Poilievre, with us in our Iftar transmission. And definitely Canada One is the very first Pakistani channel where we have the Honorable Pierre Poilievre with us, joining us in the holy month of Ramadan. Pierre, assalamu alaikum and welcome to our show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and wa alaikum salam.
I know we have very limited time. First of all, thank you very much that you are coming. You gave us time from your very busy schedule, and especially in the month of Ramadan.
Yes.
So I will start from, do you think, because there is a lot of discussion going on about the Islamophobia, do you think that the Islamophobia exists in Canadian society?
Yes, it does, unfortunately. And it's something we have to fight against every day. We must denounce it, and we must combat bad speech with good speech. Not with censorship, but with good speech, to correct false impressions and to denounce those who deliberately and dishonestly spread them. I also think we need to bolster the Security Infrastructure Fund for places of worship to help them protect against violence and vandalism. I supported that fund when it was first created, and in fact helped my local mosque in southwest Ottawa get that funding because I believe we need to protect all places of worship that are threatened by terrorists and hate mongers.
I saw your statement on the recent attack on the mosque, especially in Markham. There were 2 attacks in 1 week. What do you think? Where is the lacking? Like who need to do more work to protect this type of attacks?
Well, we all need to. Like I said, we need to back up the security infrastructure fund. That will be cameras and security forces and fencing to keep dangerous and violent people out. We need a stronger criminal justice response because it's a crime.
It's a crime.
When you try to run someone over with a car, that's a crime, and that person should go to jail. The problem is that after 8 years of Justin Trudeau's catch and release system, violent criminals are not afraid of the justice system. They think that it's a big joke and they can get away with anything. And that's why violent crime is up by 32% since Trudeau took office. Our streets are being ruled by gangsters and gun smugglers. And I'm going to put an end to that by bringing in jail, not bail, for repeat violent offenders.
Muslims and conservative is a very hot topic especially among the Muslim community. There is a myth, probably, and maybe a reality. You may give me more explanation on that. Is it a myth that the Muslims and conservative cannot work together or they are not aligned with each other?
It's a falsehood, one that the Justin Trudeau loves to spread because he likes to divide people. And if he keeps us divided and fighting with each other, then he can stay in power. It's divide and conquer. So liberals always spread misinformation and falsehoods. But of course, Muslim values are conservative values, and conservative values are Muslim values. Values of faith, family, and freedom. Faith, the Muslim faith teaches hard work, self-reliance, and commitment to others. These are conservative values. Family. We as conservatives believe that family is the bedrock and that parents should be in charge of their children, not the government. And freedom, well, we all came for freedom. I want you to be able to make your own decisions about what you believe and what you say. And I believe in a country where it doesn't matter if your name is Smith or Singh, Chang or Charles, Martin or Mohammed, as long as you work hard, you're free to achieve your dreams. That's the country I was born into. It's the country my wife came to as a refugee. It's the country that we want for our kids and yours.
This is a very good message from the Conservative Party, but I believe this was not conveyed properly before, probably during the tenure of Stephen Harper, right, Honorable Stephen Harper. What will you do different to make sure that this message is properly conveyed to the Muslim community?
What I'm doing right now. I'm coming here with my hand extended in a spirit of friendship. It's the duty of the Conservative Party. It's not the duty of the Muslim community to come to us. It's our duty to come to you. Our duty to come and be part of not just part of the Ramadan celebrations and all of the wonderful festive events of the Islamic calendar, but also to stand together for our common values and interests. I meet young Muslims whose families came here for a better life and now they can't afford homes. Well, I'm the only party leader who has a plan to make homes affordable for our youth so that, if you came here with nothing built a life, your 35-year-old son or daughter can actually dream of owning a home again. I'm the only leader who has a common sense plan for powerful paychecks and lower prices so you pay less and bring home more. I'm the only one with a plan to restore and bring home safety to our streets. These are the things that Muslim families are looking for, and I'm the only leader with the common sense and the plan to deliver it.
People are looking at you as the next Prime Minister of Canada.
Thank you. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
What do you think? Where are the three major failures of the current Liberal government in the three different areas, if you can?
Well, I would say three things. One, people are paying more. Two, they're bringing home less. And three, they can't bring home anything because they don't have a home to bring it to.
Exactly.
It's too
Yeah,
expensive.
it's very expensive.
Let's walk through it. So why is things so expensive? We have $500 billion of inflationary deficits where government is spending more than it brings in, which bids up the cost of the goods we buy and the interest we pay. Trudeau has added more debt than all previous prime ministers combined. This always leads to inflation, and that's why prices are rising faster than ever. On top of that, he's brought in a carbon tax of 14 cents a litre on gas and $1,000 on your home heat. The cost per family is $1,500 in extra net costs. What's my common sense plan? I'm going to cap spending, cut waste to get rid of the inflationary deficits, and I'll get rid of the carbon tax to bring home lower prices. Two, it doesn't pay to work anymore. There's a war on work. If you're a mom with 3 kids, you earn you're earning 60 grand. You earn another dollar, you lose 80 cents on the dollar to clawbacks and taxes. Why would anybody work for 20 cents on the dollar? A Poilievre government will reform and cut taxes so that people bring home more of each dollar they earn, and hard work pays off. And 3, housing. We don't have enough houses. We have the fewest houses per capita of any country in the G7, even though we have the most land to build on.
Yes.
We have land everywhere, but we don't have enough houses. Why? Government bureaucracy blocks home building. I'm going to link federal infrastructure dollars for big cities to the number of houses they allow to be built. The big cities who build more houses will get more money. Those that block construction will get a fine from the federal government. I'm going to require every federally funded transit station have housing approved all around it, and I'm going to sell off 6,000 buildings from the federal government to turn those into affordable housing. In other words, we're going to bring homes people can afford. It's just common sense. Now let's bring it home.
2 areas I think quickly I would like to touch, because while we are talking about the federal government, the budget, recently they presented a budget.
Yes.
I interviewed few members of parliament and few ministers as well.
Yes.
They have a lot to say that this is one of the best budget they ever presented. What is your thought about it?
Well, it was funny. I had to laugh because the finance minister went around for a month. She said, government deficits pour in fuel on the inflationary fire. And she was right. And then what did she do in her budget? She poured $60 billion of additional fuel on that fire. And now we have a roaring blaze. $60 billion is a crazy number. Let's break it down. It's $4,200 for every family in Canada. Did you get $4,200 of extra benefit from these new announcements?
Sure not.
No, but you're paying for it.
Yes.
It's not free.
Yeah.
It's not just out of Justin Trudeau's pocket. It's
Yeah.
out of your pocket. And you're going to pay in inflation and taxes for that spending. It's time to cap government spending, cut government waste, to get rid of the inflationary deficits and taxes so that hard work pays off again and people can bring home a good quality of life.
One of the favorite topic for my viewer is always the South Asian community. They wanted to talk about and know more about the immigration policy
Yes.
of Canada.
Yes.
The recent immigration policy is bringing lot of students, giving work permit without any policy and without any proper planning, a delay in processing. Are you satisfied with this current immigration policy? Or if you become, or inshallah, you become the Prime Minister, what changes you would like to make into the immigration
First of all,
policy?
it's broken. Justin Trudeau has broken our immigration system. After 8 years of Trudeau, you've got 1.1 million people waiting longer than the acceptable time, families separated from loved ones, employers who can't get employees to come from abroad to fill positions, and then when immigrants get here, they're banned from working in their professions because the gatekeepers deny them licenses to work. So let's go through it. 1, I would bring the money away from illegal immigration that proliferated under Trudeau. By blocking Roxham Road, we should put the money into faster processing times particularly for economic immigration, so that we can bring in the people that we need to fill job vacancies. Two, we need to recognize the skills of immigrants. So I have a plan to bring home powerful paychecks for foreign trained professionals. Right now, we have 19,000 immigrant doctors and 33,000 immigrant nurses banned from working in our hospitals because they're immigrants. My plan, a blue seal testing standard that would allow them to quickly take an exam, prove they are qualified, get to work. In other words, no matter where you come from, you should meet the standard and get a job rather than sitting on the sidelines with a low-wage, dead-end job. So let's bring home powerful paychecks by getting our immigrants working in the professions for which they were trained.
Beautiful. Last question,
Yes.
and then I will give you the camera to give your message to all my viewers. Will you encourage the Muslim youth or Muslim candidate to come forward in the next federal election?
Yes, of course. Now, everybody has to win a nomination. I'm not hand-picking candidates.
Definitely not.
It's a bottom-up grassroots party. But yes, I want Muslim candidates who share our common sense values to run for us. So I say to you and anyone, if you believe in paying less and bringing home more by having solid finances for the country, if you believe in removing gatekeepers to build more homes and to allow immigrants to work in their professions, if you believe in taking back control of our streets from violent thugs and criminals in order to keep us all safe, if you believe in restoring freedom and Canada's promise, then put your name on the ballot and run for a nomination to become a Conservative candidate. Regardless of your religion, the people will decide.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Pierre, for coming to our show and giving this beautiful message and interview.
Thank you.
Here's the camera. What would be your message to all my viewers?
Well, first of all, I hope that everybody has had a wonderful and blessed Ramadan. I know it's a period of self-sacrifice, and you have a chance to reflect on spirituality. I want all of you to have a blessed experience as you come out of Ramadan, and I want you to know that you are welcome in Canada's Conservative Party. We are the only common sense party. I was born to a 16-year-old unwed mother who put me up for adoption to two school teachers, and they taught me that in this country it didn't matter where you came from or who you knew. It mattered where you were going and what you could do. That's the country my wife came to as a refugee. It's the country we want for our kids and yours. A country that works for the people who do the work, that brings home lower prices, powerful paychecks, homes that people can afford, safe streets, and most of all, freedom. Freedom to believe what you want, say what you want, and do what you want in a country that respects everybody. Whether your name is Martin or Mohammed, you should be free to enjoy your life here in this country. That is my purpose, to make Canada the freest nation on earth, relying on the common sense of the common people, united for our common home. Your home, my home, our home, Canada, let's bring it home.
Thank you very much, Pierre.
Thank you.